Last time on Tales of Berseria.
Well, there.
I love Yuri there. He's like, I've been watching all your suffering, Zeno, all from on top of this hat, and I'm still happy. Are you happy? No, I'm not, Yuri.
There you are.
Hey guys, Ryden here, and welcome back to Tales of Berseria. So, right before recording, I realized something quite quickly. I was wondering why my computer was so slow. Seriously, when I record, sometimes I see the audio wave files start to lag behind, and I'm like, what's going on? And I checked, and it's because ever since I started recording Berseria, I haven't emptied the media cache for the capture card program, and I had over nearly 2 terabytes of Berseria video files and Gravity Rush video files just sitting around. So that should make my recording a whole lot smoother. Another thing you guys mentioned to me is I was having so much trouble with those caster enemies, and you guys told me that all the caster enemies in this game do a whole lot of damage, which makes a lot of sense. But there is one thing I didn't really account for. Those enemies back at the temple, we are currently level 27. I think they're level 36 from what you guys told me. So that might be why there was such a big difference in damage and why I was having a whole lot of trouble. I also realized I wasn't using some like optimal gear I should have been, because I was trying to, we have conversations. I was trying to max things out between skills, and some of us were using some very weak pieces of armor, so.
The Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes. Information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Could you stop bringing that up?
Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
Velvet, do the trick again. Velvet just like kicks Magalu in the stomach. Why always the stomach?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
I do really like Eleanor a lot. I mean, the problem is I like all the characters so much. I like Eisen because he's epic, Rokuro because he's so laid back, like Velvet because she's edgy but well handled.
Here we are, back in Logris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act?
Coo, coo.
We're gonna bring it up
I'd be
again.
careful teasing her if I were you. You know how she can get.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Better hope that Velvet doesn't hear you, else she's gonna be like, Lafa said you're sitting in the torture chamber of the boat again. I don't know why Eisen. Was Eisen even there for that? I don't think he was at the time. I don't remember.
Is Inominat's book so difficult?
No, he was there.
Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah. She said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see. And you have a talent for that sort of thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
Yeah, it's completely unrelated apparently.
How can it be completely unrelated?
After the temperance of Avarost, the entirety of human civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
In any case, it sounds like deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Oh, I had a feeling we were gonna walk in, the whole city was gonna be on fire or something.
Man, the capital sure is big.
Yeah, with historical buildings and artisans and all, there's much of interest here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know, I was just saying.
Wow, Velvet didn't respond with like a whole bunch of grimace and anger. She was just like, I know. I'm just being the big sister I'm supposed to.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you.
Oh, by the way, it's probably hard to see here since the screen is dimmed, but Eisen has these 2 slash marks in the back of his coat, and I always wondered, why are those there? That doesn't really make any sense to me. But now that I think about it, his break soul makes it so that he jumps up in the air and these giant black wings sprout out of his back. And there's actually, if you look in there, I'll try to show it in a second, but if you look in there, the textures on his back, you can actually see slits, and those don't just go into his shirt. Those seem to go like through his skin. So they seem to be a near part of him. So I found that interesting.
Restrictions on travel to the Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up!
So, that's the latest word on the streets?
Ha! I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorias became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Halaves are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the Daemonblight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the Abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive.
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such
Is that a
drag.
reference to Exilia that she just made?
That doll one sounded really cool.
No, it's not. It's not as cool as it sounds. By the way, a lot of you guys don't seem to know this. YouTube botches a lot of the quality of the videos, so just assume the game looks better than what you see here at all times. This game is really good looking.
What's with this crowd?
Modulu's troupe just put on a real show.
What?
Man, it was the best.
Modulu?
The dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Wow, the Modulu?
Surely you mean Mogilu. Your time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, we're talking about Majulu, not Mogilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous
She looks
dancer.
so mad.
She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Just watching the beauty of her dance, you can't help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
Sounds like a pretty cheerful act she has.
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff. She's just trying to pass off as Mogilu's menagerie and profit from our good name.
What good name? We don't actually perform anything.
I was planning on getting started eventually, but now this con artist comes along and ruins everything.
I can't just ignore that, you know.
Oh, it's just some lady. Oh.
It's Modulu!
You did great today, Modulu. I loved it.
Thank you so much. But according to my teacher, I still have a long way to go.
No, join our party right now. We need a refresher unit on the double.
I'll work hard to do better next time, so I hope you'll come see me.
Modulu's teacher is a dancer named Balta, whose immense talent brought him all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and now Magilou was working hard to carry out his dream.
So, you're Magilou then?
I am. My teacher and I work really hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact. And I refuse to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh no, why do I feel like this is gonna lead to a mini game?
To stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes, that's just what I was hoping for.
Lulu,
Oh no.
Don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir, this woman, she...
You should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body.
You look exactly like the old man who was scolding his son in the other village.
If you need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Yes, sir. You're right. Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
It's no matter. What does pain compare to losing the ability to dance? Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
I'm fine, sir.
Good, then let's head back and practice some more.
He seems strict.
I imagine dancing's one of those professions that, like, you get into, and if any part of your body gets injured, especially around, like, your leg area, you're just kind of done.
He does. But keep in mind that Balta recognized her talent at a young age. He even adopted her so he could pass on everything he knew. He might be strict, but only because he believes in her.
You sure know an awful lot about them.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
Velvet looks so done. She's like, I don't get all this artsy shit.
Chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have.
I feel like this, like,
That's
relates
why
to...
I think it's high time for Magilou's Menagerie to put on a show.
Please
And
let me
for
do
our
this.
act, we'll be a comedy duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Magilou, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Are you not paying attention to us? You can fly, Aizen can also fly, Rokuro can do backflips, Velvet can teleport, Aizen can also teleport, Lafayette can throw magical cards that float all over the place.
Sorry. Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well, you could act like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With comedy, I can take control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But going on the same stage as Magilou, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to...
Knock knock, who's there? The Reaper. The Reaper who? The Reaper. And then they just stare at the audience waiting for an applause.
Take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's not hopeless. Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough. What better opportunity do we have to get started than now? After all, people will come thinking we're Majilou's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb, but more money never hurts.
Wait, we can get money?
Listen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a thing. I'm
Even
so
me?
excited.
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Magilou's Menagerie, after all.
I'm not so sure about this.
Oh, we can just do it right away. Yes, I am ready. Sign us up.
Whenever I hear Magilou's name, I can't help but think of Magilanica.
Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
And then she got her own
the rest
anime.
of the troop took in plenty of cash, or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it.
That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself.
Remind me, Magilo. How old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
Did they ever say how old Velvet was? I don't remember. I feel like it said, like, Velvet was... Because I remember saying I would be uncomfortable with her in that outfit at the start of the game, but it said like 2 or 3 years had passed? I don't quite remember her age, to be honest. Anyways, let's get going. I was hoping to do like a mini game or something, but it doesn't look like there's anything to do. Or at least it might have to be somewhere else. I don't know. If it makes good money, I'm willing to do it. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in town.
The nights are so cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Helavis is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Wait, is he giving like sermons now?
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
Yeah, what a troublesome kid, that Velvet. I'm surprised like no one ever complains about her outfit, ever. Except for the priests who kind of complain about everyone's outfits.
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Surely that's not true.
It was very true. There was Malak there too.
It most certainly is true.
Shh!
They'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how could a demon have gotten into the palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Oh, is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
Why are you guys so comfortable with this? I mean, earlier, Velvet was literally telling the priest that she wanted to go murder Artorius. And now Moglu is just like, oh yeah, that legendary murder demon's right here along with these other demons, yep. I just noticed our party is evenly split between people. We have 2 humans, 2 Malak, and 2 demons. I just kind of noticed that.
Eleanor, I need you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an Exorcist is with us, but...
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
Correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
My thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
What do you want?
Oh, it would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
Velvet never unwinds, never.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Wait, the bird? Oh, there's a guy there. The member of Organization 13?
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice. I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
The prison island.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Yeah, could make a decent hideout, actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
At the very least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
I take it our intel has proven useful.
It has.
Very.
But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will.
Wait, how the hell do they even relocate that thing? The entrance to that room made no sense. How did it even get in there?
We'll find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a...
That bird is totally a Malak, isn't it? Are they a member of the Abbey? I don't know. I feel like they're a member of the Abbey. Sorry, pet shop in Zigbar.
Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Ifrid?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use. They'll set him up as a trap for us, and that's when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
It's what Ifrid would do. That's all.
I'm very curious as to meet this Ifrid. I mean, I think that version we saw of him was his actual model, but of course that wasn't him.
Yeah.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Lafiset and bring him to the Logris Abbey headquarters.
And make sure you bring Captain Crunch on your way back. I fucking love that shit.
What's wrong? Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights. But, You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laffy said. Well, we'll do it another time, okay? Why? It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
Didn't ask.
What?
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop sniffing things. We're leaving.
The prisoner smells nice? Or, sorry, prisoner. The person we're escorting smells nice? It's kind of weird.
Who is that caped man?
I do not know, but his hawks seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Indeed. The scent is somehow familiar. It can't be.
What are you two sniffing at?
Aha! They're bloodhounds on the hunt!
But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners. I can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less you know, the less trouble you invite.
Velvet has a point, and what do you mean you can't believe that? Do you see some of the stuff Velvet does? I mean, she may be very soft-hearted and sweet, but she's still kind of an edgelord on the inside. Alright, well, where am I taking him again? Oh, expedition. Perfect. Oh, come on, guys. We had 2 skills going on that one, too. Oh, we can actually do the Moglu's Menagerie in Motion quest. Let's go do that right now. Actually, that sounds like a good idea. Where do I have to go?
Could you fit my comedy act into tonight's show? I'm still breaking in my new partner, but I can carry the act. I'd appreciate you squeezing us in.
For you, Maggie dear, I'll do it as a personal favor, but you get 200 flat. No expenses, no per diem.
Oh, come on, don't
This
be
guy's
so
voice.
stingy.
It gets worse. Our headliner is doubling up after, and the opener flubbed their lines and lost us minutes.
Playing deuce for a cold house? Well, all right, them's the breaks.
What the hell are you even saying?
I'm saying we're going on, and you're my straight man.
What? You were serious?
I'll take care of the actual funny bits. Just act like you always do and we'll be fine. Bonus points if you toss the men in the audience a glare of contempt every now and then. Just trust me.
Hold on. This is all happening so fast. I'm not sure I'm ready for...
You'd better get ready, because the curtain's going up.
This is like one of the first times I've seen Velvet act like a, well, feminine in a while.
Hi there! We're Moggy and Val, your lovely comedians for today! Magicazam! We're still new to the comedy business, but we'll do our best to give you a memorable show. Now, I'm Moggy, the bright, beaming one in the pair, while my moody little partner here is...
Oh, she's getting stage fright,
Hey,
isn't she?
what's wrong, Val? Everything okay? You need to put some energy into this, or we're in trouble. Come on, if you've got one redeeming feature, it's your moxie.
That might be, but this is different.
I can see you're going through something right now. All right, let's take a deep breath together. Excuse us for just one moment.
This is a mess.
We're losing the audience.
I can't help it. I've never talked in front of such a big crowd before.
Wait, don't tell me you've got stage fright?
So what if I do?
That's so unlike you. Just pretend that you're fighting some nasty exorcist and give it some gusto.
Easy for you to say. I'm embarrassed out here.
Don't be such a girl.
I am a girl.
That's it. Just do that, but project your voice.
I can't, and I don't want to.
You're a comedian, you have to. Where's your passion for your newfound art?
I'm not one, and I've never had any.
No, I can see it within you, deep down, the burning passion of a true artist at heart.
I've had enough! I can't do this with you!
Sorry, folks, show's over.
Well, that didn't go well.
You've certainly shown me something new. A comedy team that just stands on stage whispering to each other.
We're going for a brand new comedic style.
Don't quit your day job.
That's what I thought.
Ah, now she plays the straight man.
Oh, I was hoping it was gonna go well. Oh, that was actually really freaking... I don't know what to say about that. As I said, like, it's nice to see a little bit of, like, beginning game Velvet shine through, because she's a near completely different character now for, of course, reasonable reasons. But it's nice to see her act very, feminine, as I said before, or even just get, like, human features like stage fright.
This is bullcrap. You're gouging us just because you can.
Well, if you want to pay less, maybe you should go find someone more generous.
No, this again.
Looks like they're at it again.
Wait, is his hair clipping through the back of his hat? Oh my goodness, his hair's clipping through his hat. Oh no, the hat just goes around. That's why. What? The hell?
Huh? What's happening? Benwick, snap out of it! Benwick!
Huh? I was haggling for supplies, and...
Tell you what, I'll give you a fair price. Actually, just take what you need.
What the hell?
We should all endeavor to help contribute to the common good of humanity, rather than selfishly pursue wanton profit.
Okay, there is something Artorias is doing. Something with Artorias' ideals is causing these weird pulses that are causing people to kind of submit to one group of morals, which is very weird.
What? Are you sure?
No. Wait. What was I saying?
You felt that too, didn't you, kiddo?
Yeah, it disappeared, but I felt a strong force coming from somewhere to the north.
It's called a domain, a Malak zone of influence.
Oh, okay, so we actually know about this.
Wait, if it's north of here, then...
The Empyrean's throne?
Did that happen because of something Innominat and Artorias did?
I don't know.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We should get far away from here, and quickly.
Well, at least you don't need to worry about paying that.
So, the suppression.
The suppression? What does that mean? Who even is this guy? I'm so curious.
Well, that was certainly off-putting. But our job with Tabitha comes first. And we need a hideout soon, too.
True enough.
I love how they're like, we should get the hell out of here as fast as we can. But wait, there's a skid over here.
Hey, geezer, you alright? What nonsense are you spouting, youngin'?
That's one spirited old man.
Well, it's just that you suddenly got all polite on me, and you were all like, oh no, good chum, worry not about your debt to me. I thought I said stop spouting nonsense. It's not nonsense. You did say it. I heard you say it.
He did, but we were all acting strangely. You said, after you, fine sir. And I said, no, I simply couldn't. You first, dear friend. There's no way in hell I would ever let you go first.
Come to think of it, that's right. But he said not to worry about our debts, and now he's taking it back? That's inhuman, cruel, ruthless.
They lost control of themselves, but still have their memories. Maybe something was manipulating them.
What in the world happened to us?
I don't get it, but what I do get is that he said we don't owe him nothing. So my debt to you is off, right, old man?
Same here, same here.
Shut your traps. I'd be flat broke if I let you knuckleheads off the hook. Now shut up and pay up.
Something really strange happened here.
Seems so. And I think this is just the beginning of it.
Yeah. Once again, I am really, kind of... What should I say? I'm suspicious of our new friend. I feel like he could be a member of the Abbey, because most Abbey or higher member... oh, jeez, I can't speak. Higher Abbey members are paired with a Malak. And I think that bird is one. So that's just my guess.
All right. We're safely on the rolling waves. Don't you think it's time you showed us your face, mystery monk?
You're right. My apologies.
Just gonna show us. Cool.
I knew it! Prince Percival!
Who?
Percival Mid Asgard, crowned prince and heir to the throne of the Midgand Kingdom.
So he's next in line, is he?
It looks like someone already had me figured out.
Yes, Your Highness. I could tell from your fragrant wood scent, as only the royal family may wear it.
Wait, what? Fragrant wood scent? Are you serious? They have some sort of law in place that's like, well, you can't smell like this wood. Nope, you can't smell good. You all must smell like garbage. Only I, Prince Percival, can smell like the wood. Thank you very much.
But if I may ask, why?
Must I explain myself to gain your aid? I myself could ask what an exorcist is doing consorting with members of the underworld.
I don't...
It doesn't matter why you're here. On this ship, you're here for us to use to our advantage.
Treat me as you will. It's not like I can ever go back.
For a fellow born with silver spoons spewing out of his mouth, Princie Pooh's rather laid back.
Prince Percival is an upstanding man, renowned for both his intelligence and his fair, just demeanor. It's widely believed that with him on the throne, Midgand's prosperity will continue and...
Look, I played dumb earlier. but I smelled that scent too. He wore it for us to notice. He wanted us to know just what sort of position he held, and how useful he could be to us.
He surprised me, at least.
Do you think we're being led into another trap?
We definitely can't take that possibility off the table.
When the time comes, he'll make a good hostage, if nothing else.
Not if the ones we face are after his life too.
For now, let's just make sure we keep an eye on him.
The prince. He said he couldn't go back.
I wonder why.
Probably something to do with Artorias, like chasing him out, I'm guessing. Or the Abbey. Hey, we're back in prison, though. Usually not our goal to end up here, but we're back.
The whole island's a prison. It's like a secret fort or something.
The memories.
Weirdly quiet, though.
Yeah, I don't see a single exorcist on watch.
Let's scope out the inside.
I'm very excited to eventually play Zestiria, because I'm not sure if we're gonna see some of the same locations. I do feel like I would like to see some different ones, but I also like to see some of the same locations and some of the same people. Oh, hey guys, you wanna talk? This was just part of the plan. Okay. It's all been carved out of the bedrock. Looks more like a fortress than a prison to me. In any case, it was a hell of a lot of work. Oh, I almost completely forgot about you. What's your name even? Your dial. That's right, your dial. This place is just plain eerie. It's giving me goosebumps. Gecko bumps? Oh, hello there. What are you up to? No, I want to talk to her. Dial. No. I'm not scared much. Oh. Seems like her little, I don't know, USB port or wall charger plugged into her hair. I'm assuming that's how she eats other demons. It has like some sort of physics to it. But it seems like every Therian has like a giant demon form, as one of you guys pointed out. So that makes me wonder if Velvet has like a giant mega ultra demon form. It'd be cool to see. It's weird because when I started playing this game, Velvet's outfit stood out so much. But now I just look at her and go like, oh, it's Velvet.
An exorcist.
Dead.
Are you all right?
Headless Knight's back.
A Dullahan?
She's dead.
The Headless Knight is back?
Think this is the demon that attacked her?
Another prison riot?
So one of the complaints I heard about this game before I even picked it up was that there's way too much backtracking, and I think we're going to start getting to that point, because I've heard that we're going to have to visit several locations like 5 to 7 times at points, so...
Kurogane, Dial, you two protect Kamoana and the prince.
Understood.
I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much, because there's already so much, there's so many different ways you can just fast travel, so it doesn't really matter, per se.
Not even
Oh, it's
worth
just
my
a normal
time.
enemy.
So did the Abbey actually fail to quell the riot?
I find that hard to believe. The prison was heavily staffed with exorcists.
Perhaps it was venomization.
Venomization?
A dark ritual, forcing demons to eat each other in order to produce ever stronger demons.
That's a thing?
So the demons devoured each other, creating a demon too powerful for the exorcists to control?
It's like Pokemon breeding.
I imagine the riot didn't help.
Now whose fault could that have been, I wonder?
Whatever happened doesn't matter to us now.
It's Danger Jr.'s fault. Look at that smile. It's his plan all along.
We need to focus on how to take this place for ourselves.
That exorcist from before said something about a headless knight, right?
That one's probably the leader.
Then we hunt it down and destroy it.
Until we capture the island, let's use this room for our staging ground. I'll leave the prince and Kamoana to you two. Eliminate any enemies who come in.
Understood.
Don't expect much from me, but all right.
Kamoana, if anything happens, call for me and I'll come running to protect you, okay?
Okay. You stay safe too, Eleanor.
Let's go.
Alright, let's get headed out then. We should have a map of this place. So we have to get to basement 3. So how do we get to basement 2? This leads to an outer path, which isn't where we want to go. There's actually a skit down the hallway, which leads down to basement 1. So we actually want to go this way.
This island reeks with malevolence.
I imagine it's emanating from all the big old demons roaming about.
Oh, it's Toidles again.
It's you again.
I'm so busy. I'm so busy I can't even notice what's going on around me.
You're not fooling anybody. Why bother?
I was hoping to not have to deal with yous guys. Whenever I run into yous, I always lose so much monies.
Because Velvet always forces unreasonable demands on you?
No, because she forces a reasonable price on him.
Oh, Miss Exorcist, your concern warms my little Toidle's heart.
I'm not forcing anything. I just think he's trying to take advantage of us by fixing his prices well above market rate.
Price fixing? As in deliberately marking up items so as to take advantage of the less fortunate? I was under the impression that the Abbey strictly forbade such unscrupulous business tactics.
Perish the thought, Miss. Our accounting is always above board. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. No matter whens and no matter wheres, you can get whatever you needs for the same fair price.
That's good to hear. Eleanor, give the nice turtles that smile he so desires.
I'm sure running a business is hard work. Hang in there.
Much obliged.
Oh my goodness, what is it? Everyone sees Eleanor as like some angel that has touched the earth. Alright, well I haven't used any of our items. I'm kind of low on Denoran in-off bottles though, so... Break Soul Static Force. Is this something new? Hold R2 3 more Break Soul or 3 more souls during Divine Pain to activate. This ability extends the duration of Divine Pain and for 4 seconds prevents status ailments on enemies from ending. Increases the enemy's stagger time and slows the speed at which enemies will fall down, allowing the party to chain combos with arts that normally aren't able to chain together. So yeah, that grade bonus. If you could keep that going with dangerous encounters, you could level up items no problem. But as you guys told me, a lot of the break souls just get better as you go on. So I'm assuming we're starting to get more of those with... Oh shit, I just went the wrong way, I think.
From the way you were talking, it seemed like you had an idea of who was behind the riot. What happened here?
I'd think someone in your position would know.
There were reports of a large riot, but I was caught up in chasing you, so I heard little else.
It was a small affair, really. Velvet, Rokuro, and I were being held on this island. Velvet instigated the other prisoners to riot so that we could escape.
She used the prisoners?
Yeah. You'd expect different from me?
I love how Velvet's just like, yeah, did you really think I wouldn't do that? Are you really surprised at this point?
How did it end?
We didn't stay to see, but the prisoners were losing badly. Or at least, that's what it looked like. But if that was the case, then where did all the Exorcists go?
I know Oscar left to report the incident, but the other guards should have remained at their posts.
Well, if they didn't flee, we have to assume they were all killed.
By this headless knight, perhaps? Well, no sense losing our heads, I suppose. But it looks like we're in for a heck of a fight.
All we have to do is mop up anyone who's left. What was it called? Venomization, right? The dark ritual of making demons feed on each other to birth stronger ones.
Eisen, how many demons does the ritual require?
It's more a matter of quality than quantity. Stronger demons mean more powerful malevolence.
The ritual mixes the victor's malevolence with that of the devoured, creating a terrible, bloodthirsty monster. You see, the newfound power comes at a great cost. With it, the victor's last vestiges of self-control are stripped away.
So it's something even more than a monster. A seething ball of pure power and malevolence.
Rokuro, don't tell me you're considering it for yourself.
Of course I am. I'll consider anything that could make me stronger.
You cannot be serious!
What's there to be so surprised about? Well, look at Velvet. She's already eaten countless demons.
You're ridiculous!
He's right. If it helps me find my vengeance, I don't care.
Velvet! Wait, are you really going to do it?
Relax, it's not gonna happen. Becoming a monster wouldn't bother me, but when I defeat my rival, I have to be myself for it to mean anything. It's the same for Velvet.
It is?
Besides, if I kill a previous victor of the ritual, I'll have proved myself strong enough not to need the extra power.
You're ridiculous.
Rokuro logic. I feel like that could be a meme within the Tales community. Just hashtag Rokuro logic. Like, it's not like Rokuro's, like, dumb or anything. He's just so simple. Where the hell am I supposed to go? I'll try downwards. I am so glad I didn't walk too far. I am so very glad. Alright, come on, guys. You're a lot more boring than I thought you were gonna be.
Product of the venomization.
Well, he definitely looks vicious enough.
Not as vicious as our Velvet, though.
Okay, what are you weak to? He's armored undead, and wow, he has a lot of weaknesses. He's weak to, I believe that symbol is martial arts, and then water. Alright, do we have any of that? We do have one against armored, but it's earth. We could put it all in one combo, actually, if we wanted to. Wow, he's just getting stunned in submission. Rokuro's so much fun to use. Especially when you just finally get it down. Probably should have chained that, but that's fine. This can't be his final form. That's way too easy.
Well, that takes care of that.
I have a strong feeling it's not over. I don't know why the screen became so blurry. Oh yeah, that's where she was, wasn't it?
I feel something again.
More malevolence?
No, another Earth Pulse point. It must...
I like it for all these times. Just go like, Velvet, I wet myself. And she's like, what? And it's like, I said that wrong, didn't I?
be on this island.
I sense it too. It's very close.
Directly underneath us, I would guess.
Oh, they trapped it down there, didn't they? Yeah, we got like no experience for that. That could not have been the objective.
What is this place?
Welcome to the most secure cell in the entire complex. The darkest hole in Titania. Feel anything, Laphicet?
Yeah, I think this is the Earth Pulse point.
If this cell is where the Earth Pulse point is, then does that mean it housed a Therian?
Yeah. And a real hungry one at that. Every day, they would toss demons into its cell. It would devour its fill, then wipe the blood from its lips. Never once realizing, it was delivering to Inominat the malevolence of hundreds of demons and prisoners. And then one day, there appeared before it a female Malak, who shattered the barrier and freed the Therian from its cage. But the Therian knew no mercy, and it devoured its liberator. And it was then... It was then I obtained the power. The power to avenge my brother.
Velvet, you're a Therian?
Oh, come on. You guys have seen her eat things. Seriously.
This prison island was a feeding ground for the Therian, harnessing the malevolence created by the prisoners within.
But because Velvet escaped, the malevolence went out of control.
Wow, the same darn thing that happened back in Kamoana's village.
Lord Artorius would never have done such a thing.
No? What's so unbelievable? That he used his wife's brother as a human sacrifice? That he imprisoned his wife's sister? Because that's what your damned Holy Shepherd did! All to get his hands on Inominat's power!
I'm sure he had a reason for...
A reason? To spare the world of its pain? Don't give me that! Who will spare my brother's pain? Who will soothe my brother's despair? He murdered my little brother Luffy! And you'll stand there and tell me it was for the greater good?! At any rate, that's one less Therian for us to track down.
Velvet.
That's gonna be a bitch to edit out of my microphone.
What? Did Velvet yell at you so hard you're starting to hear voices now?
I have a feeling something's wrong. Kamoana could be in danger.
But we already beat the Headless Knight.
I still can't shake this feeling. Please, let's go back and check on them.
And you can't really blame Velvet for being pissed off as hell. Like, trying to justify what Artorias is doing in any way is just kind of... It's a very harsh thing to even attempt. Can I just use... Oh.
So, Velvet is a Therian, is she? I knew there was something off about her.
But it's what she cried out that's really on my mind. Laufey said, is Velvet truly Lord Artorias' younger sister?
She never told me.
If it were true, I suppose it would explain her knowledge of Lord Artorias' training.
If you're so curious, why not ask her yourself? Hey, Velvet, what's your connection to Artorias?
Rokuro, have some tact!
I heard you whispering. Doesn't bother me. Artorias was married to my late sister, Celica. He was our brother-in-law. We lived together for more than 10 years.
That does explain a few things.
So he sacrificed his little brother and turned his sister into a Therian.
But you were his family.
To his view of the grand scheme, family is inconsequential. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. All he did was act according to his ideal logic. Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get moving.
I'm glad that we're finally explaining some things to some people. I mean, it would have taken a while to get Eleanor to the point in which she would believe anything that Velvet would have to say that would negatively impact Artorias' profession and standing within the Abbey. I think it's been a long enough time now that anything we have to say to Eleanor could have a prolific impact on her view of the Abbey in the world.
That Velvet is a Therian who consumes malevolence.
And too much malevolence is what changes people into demons. Strong enough malevolence can persist after the person who created it dies, turning their corpse or spirit into a raging monster. That's how undead and phantom demons come about.
Then the demons Velvet killed turned back into humans because she devoured their malevolence.
Yeah, and consequently, they avoided becoming undead or anything like that.
So she saved them. Well, I mean, a corpse is a corpse, of course.
Do you think she could devour only the malevolence and turn a living demon human again?
Unfortunately, that's impossible due to malevolence's self-reinforcing nature. When Therians are connected to Inominat through an Earth Pulse point, they seem to be able to absorb small concentrations of malevolence from the surrounding area and inhibit the creation of new demons. But any human who builds up enough malevolence to turn into a demon will keep producing malevolence as long as they live.
That's right. To devour any malevolence, I need to cut it off at the source. That's how my powers work.
Velvet, I'm sorry.
I don't mind it. Actually, I find it convenient. This way, I'll never forget my hatred for Artorias.
Plus, as long as you stay away from an Earth Pulse point, you get to keep the power of any malevolence you consume.
Fuel for my hatred, yes.
By the way, I'm sorry if I've repeated myself like a second or third time. I honestly can't remember if I say this, or if I've said this in videos, or if I forgot to edit it out before. So my apologies if this is like the fourth time you're hearing me say this or something. I have poor memory, as well as I record these pretty far away from each other. But As I was asking who was the strongest Tales character, someone actually answered me. And I'm not going to spoil Exilia for you, but there's a certain ending you can get in Exilia where the main character does something that I don't think any other Tales character could pull off. And I think the main character can only do that because he's such a jack of all trades. He has a way to combat every single situation. Huh, it doesn't let you save on top of doors. I'm assuming there's some sort of bug that happens there. Like, sir, if you save on the door, all of Velvet's clothes come off. That's not a bug.
Ah! That was Kamana!
I have that generic person icon. Oh, that's the real one. That's what I was expecting.
Kamana!
Is he trying to fight with his hawk?
Eleanor! You really came back for me. A promise is a promise, sweetheart.
A headless knight and a horse demon.
It's giving off a ton of malevolence.
This must be the true survivor of the venomization process.
Oh, I get it! The dying exorcist lady wasn't saying Headless Knight is back. She was going for Headless Knight on horseback.
Whatever the case, we'll fight whoever we have to claim this island.
Okay, the problem is we're all running out of moves to use. He keeps completely just taking our break gauge away. Blast gauge is one thing, break gauge is another. That's right. I think. I've just been calling them all like one thing. Anyways, let's try this. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize she had a move like that. Uh-oh. Still need to be careful, though. Yikes. Okay, he does have some moves up his sleeve. I do need to kind of look out for. We're all running out of things to use, so I had to switch back to Velvet in the end. Oh shoot, that was my bad. Come on, heal Velvet, heal her. There we go. What? Did he just... Wait, where did that guy come from? Who is that? Why is he here? Lava set, let's get a break soul out of you anytime, any day. I gotta make sure to revive Lava set. Velvet. I need to kill whatever the hell this thing is. Why is the bottom of the screen glowing? What the hell is that? Oh. Okay, thanks, Rokuro. Easy. That really wasn't hard, but we kept running out of
That's venomization,
little blue
right.
things to use.
Definitely stronger than that headless lump of armor.
I beg your pardon?
Not you.
Oh no, the shield!
The demon from the villa?
No, look! It's absorbing the malevolence. It's a Therian.
Actually, that hawk is Griffin, my one and only friend.
Oh, okay. So that's what that was. And that's why he's on the run, is because he took that with him.
A damned Therian. So that's what Tabitha meant when she said we'd find out shortly.
But Your Highness, why do you have a Therian?
It's like
Why
I
not?
said, Griffin has been my dear friend ever since I was a child. Even if he's a Therian now, that hasn't changed.
Whoa.
So you knew you were helping a Therian escape. What are you plotting?
I have no plots or schemes. I just want Griffin to be free.
I guess we shouldn't be surprised. The Crown Prince and future king, he's gonna do whatever he likes.
I suppose I am at that. But if I am, it's the first time I've ever been allowed a choice of my own. When you're a prince, you're not a person. You're an institution, one designed to serve the state and its people. Say, for instance, you're doing your law studies and your back suddenly itches. What do?
I mean, I'd scratch it. Who wouldn't?
When I did that, my tutor gave me a whipping so hard the blood ran down my back. The reason being that I prioritized a personal feeling, that is to say my itch, over my studies in service of the state.
That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
Seeing Griffin lay claim to the skies let me imagine my own freedom. It was my lone solace over the years. But then, he turned out to be responsive to Innominat's power.
I take it the Midgand royal family is well aware that the Abbey is creating Therians.
Of course. How could we not? The kingdom offers unequivocal support to Shepherd Artorius' vision of reason and will. Even so, if there was one thing I could never permit, it was seeing Griffin locked up and unable to fly. Never. I tricked the Exorcist on guard and disabled the barrier. But then Griffin attacked the Exorcist and killed him.
That's why you said you could never go back.
One thing this all reminds me of is I'm really excited to hear Artorius' actual response to why do birds fly.
They can overlook a single dead Exorcist, but with a Therian removed, malevolence will engulf the capital.
I knew full well what I was doing. And yet, I couldn't watch my friend's life be stripped away.
Your Highness. He chose a single bird over the world. Why do you think that birds fly?
I knew it was gonna come up.
That's what Lord Artorius asked me.
My anatomy book says birds can fly because their bones are light and their wing muscles are enormously strong.
Birds fly because a bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. That's what I think.
Is that supposed to be like magnanimous with Artorius' thought process of like, oh, humans have to live in fear of demons, might as well not be humans after all, or something like that?
I understand now. As long as you remain on this island, you may do as you please. But if you try to escape, I'll kill you.
That should work. This way we'll have him on hand if we ever need a hostage.
Understood. I appreciate you letting Griffin and me stay here.
Must love that bird a lot.
Now that that's taken care of, let's build ourselves a hideout.
Wait, out of the prison? We're using the... Level up. Armstrong. Oh, we already have Armstrong. Amber Bracelet and Armory Acerite 3. Grants +1 maximum BG to characters. Yes! Wearing equipment that has been enhanced a combined total of 15 or more times. Mystic Arts. Some Mystic Arts are of a higher class and cost 4 BG and require a combo of 8 or higher. That does not bother me. Most of the combos I do get to like 40 to 70. But they also increase maximum BG by 1 when learned and provide 2 souls after use. It may seem like they require 8 souls to perform, but including break souls within the combo, it will help fulfill the requirements. Since damage from Mystic Arts is affected by the greater of the user's attack and art attack, the lesser of the target's defense and art defense, they are highly effective damage dealers. Does that mean we are getting... Yeah, because you guys told me that everyone, or all of our party members, have 3 Mystic Arts each, which makes me really excited, because I think that was always one of the most exciting parts about playing Tales games, is when I first reached... Because I don't think Vesperia even tells you about them. I think you're supposed to figure out for yourself. I'm not sure. But I remember the first time I did one on accident, I was flipping out. I was like, that was so cool. How do I do it again? I couldn't figure out how to do it again.
Ovid, do you know where Eleanor is?
Wasn't she just playing with you?
Yeah, but then she left. I'm worried because she looked pretty sad. Can you go find her?
Why me?
She's just gonna cry.
All right,
Just gonna
fine.
cry.
Just don't cry on me, okay?
Velvet has a soft spot for children. Doesn't matter what they look like. She's just hanging out with Dial and the Prince. This does work as a hideout, although it's rather large. Oh my goodness, all these conversations. All these conversations. One thing I did want to look at, I don't think it's Velvet who got it, but I can check. No, she got a new Mystic Art. She's Annihilating Crash. Hold L2 during an 8-hit or higher combo, consumes 4 BG. Use Break Soul to connect combos. Wait, what the hell? Wait, use Break Soul to connect combos. It's already what I was doing. I'm not quite sure what it means by that. Hey, Rokuro, what's up?
Hey, Rokuro, have you seen Eleanor?
Probably. I don't know. Bit drunk.
Just try not to go overboard.
But man, are we a bunch of screw-ups or what? I mean, we've kidnapped a prince now. They gotta have laws against that. Broke out of prison, flattened Helives, tried to assassinate a shepherd. Hey, how many infractions do you think we're on the hook for?
Pardon me if I don't stop and count. If you don't like it, nobody's forcing you to tag along.
No, I still haven't repaid my debt to you.
You say that, but you really just want to beat Shigure, don't you?
Whoa, to me, they're both connected. It's a long story, but I can tell you if you...
I'll pass.
Well, join me for a drink then?
Can't. I'm 19.
Oh, she has said her age. She's 19. You need to be an adult before you can drink. I don't care if you're a demon. That rule is universal. What? What? Wait, what? How old are you, Rokuro? Is it 21? 20? What's the age? It seems whatever I drink leaks out. Looks like I need to plug some gaps. Hi, Lofset, are you...
A most interesting interpretation. What do you make of this part here, then?
Well, if you pronounce it Loney Kyle, then it'd mean midriff, which probably isn't right. Maybe Muse Mila?
That Exilio reference, really? Muse Mila? Is her name actually Muse? I know they've voice acted it, but I always pronounced it Musette. I guess it's Muse.
Well, that would make this passage read, Pornges are nummy.
Okay, yeah, that's not right either. What's wrong, Velvet?
Have you seen Eleanor?
No, I haven't. Sorry, I know I'm supposed to watch her.
Just read somewhere where there's more light. You'll hurt your eyes like this.
Okay.
Grimoire taught me a lot about the ancient tongue. It's so fun to learn something new. Look at all these swear words I can say.
Hey, you got any idea where Eleanor is?
No, sorry. I was having a meeting with Benwick and the crew about our search for Ifrid.
Are you sure you're okay with putting that off? At this point, the Abbey doesn't have much reason to keep him alive. Wouldn't you rather look for him than Therians?
I know time is a factor, but we still don't have any decent leads. I think we need to stir up the Abbey and see what shakes loose. And who better to do that than you?
So this works for both of us then?
Never fear. I'm still acting out of self-interest.
Oh, I really wanted to say, never fear, Eisen is here.
Besides, Ifrid won't die so easily.
He's a strong man. It'd take a lot to bring him down.
Yeah. I've never seen him flinch from a storm, no matter how choppy the seas.
Where angels fear to tread, as they say.
Probably some of that as well.
By the way, do you never catch cold either? I guess she doesn't. I was expecting her to answer that. Hi, Moglu.
Hey,
what's up?
Any idea where Eleanor went?
How should I know? I'm too busy to spare any time worrying about anyone else.
You look pretty distinctly unoccupied to me right now.
Right. I'm busy being unoccupied.
You're... what?
It's simple. When you have free time, it means you're busy trying to avoid having any business to do.
You're too weird for this world, Mogulu.
Says the woman with the world's blandest personality.
I always figured you'd be the type to take off as soon as things got hairy. So what keeps you here?
I am utterly, completely, totally, wholly devoid of anything else to do. Which is to say I'm...
unoccupied.
Right, now you get it. Besides, I have to stick around to see how our bet turns out, don't I?
So where the hell is Eleanor? She's all the way up in the northern watchtower. What's she doing up there? How do I even get there? Oh, right down the hallway, actually. Hey, we have a hideout of our dreams now, thanks to you. We're in your debt, Velvet. You don't feel like a proper pirate until you've got a nice sinister lair. None of you guys really seem all that sinister to me.
There you are, Eleanor. Kamoana's worried about you.
You actually came looking for me?
Can't say no to a crying child.
Indeed. She may be a Therian now, but deep down, she's still a lonely little girl. That's something I've come to realize in traveling with you all. Wretched demons and Therians, even the Malakim who I'd only thought of as tools, they all live and think as humanly as the rest of us. I was so clueless. I didn't know what Daemonblight really was, nor what the Abbey was doing. Through it all, I knew nothing beyond blind belief in whatever I was taught.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
The coward's path is not that of an exorcist. They may say, I didn't know anything, so I can't be blamed. I can't live like that. I think I'll stay here a little longer to cool my head off. Please tell Kamoana I'm alright.
Don't stay out too long. The sea breeze can get cold.
Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. If you got sick or something, Kamoana and Laphicet would worry. That's all.
Really, Velvet? Really? Is that all you're thinking about? You're not thinking about? It's kind of foggy here. Guess that makes it a nice hideout, but still. Eventually, isn't the Abbey gonna be like, shouldn't we check on the prison thing that we kind of left there? It's like, no. It's
I have something
screwed.
to say. There's something I've been hiding, until now. I've been acting undercover on a special mission for Lord Artorias.
No, we all knew. We all knew.
I was to watch over the Malak Laphicet and bring him to Abbey headquarters. So vital was the mission. I was to do whatever it took, even kill my fellow exorcists.
You were gonna take me to them.
I'm sorry for deceiving you, Laphicet. Originally, I was going to get you to lower your guard, then take you in. However, I no longer intend on following the Abbey's orders.
You're turning your back on Artorias?
No. I still believe in the sincerity of Lord Artorias. That the world he seeks is one that will benefit all humankind. But nevertheless, I simply cannot bring myself to condone the methods he has chosen to achieve that vision. So... I will help you protect the Therians. Until I discover the answer I seek.
Eleanor!
I want to live a life that I don't have to be ashamed of. And to do that, I have to learn the truth for myself.
So, you live by your emotions after all.
Maybe you found your own creed.
Welcome to our wonderful world of wickedness.
Don't equate us! To act in opposition of one's feelings is to act opposed to reason.
You never make things simple, do you?
You should be glad I don't.
Yeah. After all, she's my vessel.
Aww.
Yes, yes.
How am I supposed to finish this game and not call all these characters my favorite Tales characters ever? How am I supposed to do that? They're making it impossible. They're making it really hard. Like, as much as I want to, like, cling to nostalgia for Vesperia and even some Abyss, they're making it so hard for me. We'll have to play Zestiria. I don't know. I haven't heard the best things about that game or those characters or whatever. I'll have to see.
So, I think our next order of business is to find ourselves another Therian. Well, that's the extent of my insight. Anyone got any actual leads?
What if we had Eleanor swipe some intel on them from the Abbey? That could work.
I don't know.
It wouldn't work. Officially, the Abbey still considers her a traitor, so who would leak anything to her?
Yeah. Besides, we can't put Laufeyset in danger like that. And anyway, Eleanor's terrible at being a spy.
I'm gracious, but accurate.
You know that special underground cell from yesterday? I want to go back there. There's something I want to try out.
All right, let's go.
All right then, Laufey. Let's head down there. But I'm actually going to end this episode here, so I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm really loving this cast. I know I've said it a billion times, but there's something super unique about them. They are all archetypes in a way, but they're all archetypes that are handled extremely well to believable extents. I mean, Velvet's outfit still doesn't make much sense to me, but I've grown so, like, attached to how she looks, like, who cares anymore, right? Anyways, if you guys are enjoying the series, please leave a like. It helps out a lot. I can't believe how much support I get on these videos. I'm serious. I know I say this every couple videos, so I don't want it to lose meaning, but this is, in ways, outdoing Radiant Dawn, which is scary. That's... scary in a good way. It's freaking amazing, so thanks. And if you want to become a member of the Dust Brigade, if you already aren't, just click subscribe. Thank you, and see you on the next episode. Riding out.